Welcome to the channel, DIY Anime Moving Paper Doll.
My name is Stella. They call me the mute girl. Silence is my inherent nature, and my inescapable fate. That deafeningly noisy circus was where my parents abandoned me, and where the ringmaster found me. The candy he offered was like light. It was the first taste I'd ever known. Called warmth, called love. I didn't know. I only knew it was the only light in my cold world. From then on, I clung tightly to that glimmer of light, repeatedly calling him father in my heart. The float became my stage, and my prayer. With every spin and jump, I gave it my all. Sweat drenched my costume. My toes were raw with pain, but it didn't matter. I only hoped he could see the longing in my eyes, hear my silent cries. Look at me and love me a little more. Tourists called me the mute doll. The name was wrapped in pity, but also like tiny thorns. But it didn't matter, as long as the smile in father's eyes grew wider. Then she came, like a gentle rainbow, descending into my gloom. The dancer's sister was like a mirror, reflecting my former lonely self. I unreservedly opened every corner of myself to her, entrusting her with all the unspoken intimacy. The night before the performance, the colorful lights all lit up, like a grand dream. He stood on the high steps of the float, smiling and reaching out to me. I placed my hand in his with such trust. The next moment, that hand suddenly pushed me. The world instantly inverted and plunged. Then came the sound of wheels crushing my skirt, and the only glimmer of light I had was also crushed to nothing. What was finally imprinted in my blurred vision was that face, once so gentle, but now so. Pain felt more real than the sweetness of candy. Why? Why every single time, the light I desperately clung to always turns into the hand that pushes me into the abyss? It turns out this stolen glimmer of light can be extinguished. It turns out that simply existing is the most painful, most agonizing scream in the silence.
Welcome to the channel, DIY Anime Moving Paper Doll.
Hello everyone, this is Hiding. Today I'm sharing a submission. It's the gardener from Identity V. When Hiding was refilling the ink for the marker, I accidentally spilled the ink. A lot of it got on my hand, so my left hand was stained blue. Hiding washed it with water for a long time, but couldn't wash the ink out of my nail beds. Luckily, the ink in this bottle wasn't a dark color. Otherwise, I can't imagine what my hand would look like. It was already very late when I was drawing this paper figure. Hiding was probably so sleepy, I was incoherent. So I made a lot of mistakes. I originally wanted to finish it quickly, but I kept making mistakes. It ended up taking a long time instead. I originally thought of just going to sleep and not doing it, but I was afraid if I slacked off, my procrastination would kick in again. So I just finished everything before going to sleep. When swatching colors, Hiding originally planned to use various colored lining pens for outlining. For example, using brown for the hair, green for the clothes, and blue for the pants. But after swatching the colors and looking at it, the outlines blended in with the colors I applied. They weren't visible at all. In the end, Hiding decided to just use black for all the outlines. I've hoarded many colored lining pens, but actually, I only use black and red the most. Occasionally, I use blue, light-colored lining pens. The colors they outline are also very pretty, but they're completely useless when drawing. Because the colors are too light, they get covered directly. I can't think of anything I can use them for yet. Hiding has a bottle of calcium tablets on my desk. I eat a few whenever I see them. If I don't finish them soon, they'll expire, mainly because they don't taste very good. It's like chewing on powder. That's why I haven't finished them yet. Hiding bought a small cabinet to store my makeup. The cabinet needed to be assembled myself. Screwing in the screws really took a lot of effort. Sometimes I really feel my strength is so little. Hiding always loses when arm wrestling with friends. My arms are flabby with no muscle at all. My younger brother always tells me to exercise. Hiding is incredibly lazy and can't exercise at all. That's all for today's sharing. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the channel, DIY Anime Moving Paper Doll.
Hello everyone, this is Hiding. Today I'm sharing a submission. It's the Mercenary from Identity V. The temperature here at Hiding's has dropped again. When I woke up this morning, the ground was completely frosted. I wear a scarf every day when I go out, and I don't take it off all day. The cuff of my down jacket got a bit worn out. White fuzz keeps coming out of it. So I pinched the white fuzz and blow on it for fun. The character's outfit I drew this time is mainly white, so Hiding used light gray for the shadows. Then I realized my light gray ran out of ink. Hiding has run out of ink for many colors. Luckily, I bought many shades, so I still have alternative colors to use. Hiding has been really enjoying fresh milk lately. Before, I felt fresh milk didn't have much flavor, and I wasn't a big fan of it. But my mom gave it to me a few times, and I actually got addicted to it. The milky taste is incredibly fragrant. Taking a sip straight from the fridge is so refreshing. It's strange, actually, even though hiding is very sensitive to cold. In winter, I'm more used to drinking cold water and cold drinks. Now that it's cold, my mom likes to make hot pot. Eating hot pot while drinking cold beverages is truly enjoyable. Our hot pot uses pork rib soup as the base. We add various meatballs and dumplings to it. It's actually just soup with lots of ingredients. I like to eat mushrooms, so we also add some shiitake mushrooms. Our hot pot used to be even more unique. It only had pork ribs and Napa cabbage. I never understood why my mom called it hot pot, because I felt it didn't resemble hot pot outside at all. My mom has been very busy these past few days, so my dad goes grocery shopping, but he isn't good at choosing. Some of the shiitake mushrooms he buys are spoiled. They taste sour. Hiding isn't good at choosing shiitake mushrooms either, because I can only judge if a vegetable is bad by its color. Both good and bad shiitake mushrooms are dark, so Hiding can't tell the difference. Hiding has been experiencing some insomnia lately. My mind is always thinking, so I can't sleep. So Hiding keeps drawing until very late. This way, I get so tired that I just collapse into sleep. As they say, if I stay up late enough, insomnia won't exist. It's really frustrating having such a highly sensitive constitution. That's all for today's sharing. Bye-bye.